State, Auburn, North Carolina in the semis. Our first officials today, Brent Hampton, Eric Curry, Tyler Compton. We are underway here in Maui. The Huskies in road. This is Diarra. He had the assist on that basket at the end of regulation by ball. Got one now. Whips it cross court to Andrei Yakimovsky. And then an errant pass. And if there's been a theme for Colorado at times, so much of what they do revolves around him. He had 19 points and 6 assists yesterday against
Diarra's in the starting lineup. His defense over Aiden Mahaney.
Hammond kind of floating to his left. And Memphis in our next game, with the winner of that going to the championship game. Yakimovsky, the transfer from Washington State, is dangerous pass there, almost picked up by Caravan, but Joe has it. Here's a good look for Hammond in the corner, and he'll hit it to tie. Both of these teams 4-1 on the season. Each came in undefeated. Diarra behind a screen knocks down the three. It looks like they got it right in line time.
Almost everything close they tend to call because they can look at it.
Caravan again, and Memphis shot a ton of free throws. Malone, nice look inside, and Caravan called for a foul. Construction has begun. There are some people who had to move miles and miles and miles. A line for Colorado with San Jope, the sophomore from Senegal, and he'll make both to make. Caravan on the drive and draws the foul. Strong drive
and cuts. They put so much pressure on your defense to be in the right
back national championships. And very, very high hopes for this group.
For a national championship, but it's going to be a different getting there. It's going to be more of a process throughout the year.
Julian Hammond III, the senior from Denver. Colorado missed almost all of last season, played the first 7 games, and then blood clots in his leg cost him the rest of the year. And
I started calling him Henry Steele from the old movie One-on-One. Young people won't remember that. But one of the challenges for Aiden Mahaney in making...
Little bump there from McNeely. They play on. Shot clock at 3. And it's going to go against the offense. And then McNeely comes around from the other side looking for Reed. Instead pulls up at the elbow and knocks it down to that in the first few weeks of the season.
That was a really nice play. A lot of players would have just thrown it to Reed and tried to force it, but he was very patient.
How are your big guys? No. McNeely's open again. And having himself a game. So we're not particular.
Yeah, you don't have any issues with Uncrustables or things like that.
Other than grape jelly. Yeah, but we don't need to go there. It's working, right?
Working.
So here's Malone. These are 2 big, strong guys. Malone and Reed. Malone got a pretty good shot. And
the point of dislodging. If you dislodge the...
And a little more is permissible the bigger the guys are. Is that fair? They let the big guys bang a little bit more into the game. Meanwhile, Reed just picked up his second. Caravan has 2. Diarra has 2. In the tournament, we see Ahmad Noel, a 6-foot freshman from Philadelphia. Overtime yesterday, although Memphis ultimately came out with the W. Stewart into Johnson, who lays it in, and the lead is 6.
Just beautiful.
By Samson Johnson. That's what he does best. He is a shot blocker. And then a block called underneath. Big collision between. Almost automatically that it's a block.
Yes, 2 years ago, everything was a charge.
Yeah.
But as a plant foot.
Right. It used to be leaves the floor.
Leaves the floor,
yes.
Which meant...
McNeely. Wow, the soft Maui rims there by Stewart, giving up a lot of size just not to let Malone get too close to the bucket.
Make him take the tough 2.
And then at the other end, Stewart, we talked about it yesterday, did a coaching clinic for high school kids a couple of days ago. Just loves being at a team that won 26 games and went to the second round of the NCAA tournament a year ago.
That was a really good basketball team.
A foul on Yakim
has always been his top priority, and his teams are tough to play. Cody Williams, just a freshman last year, and then Tristan Da Silva, one of them
in the 5th place game. And on the other side of the draw, I mean, a team, Iowa's
somebody good.
And 3 really good teams are going home 1-2. But coaches know what they're getting into when they bring their teams out to rough it now into basket. Gets inside, kicks it out. Smith for three, and it goes. NBA
is risking it in the first 5 minutes of the second.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes coaches tend to play better.
The intimacy of this gym is something else. Noel with a drive, and it goes, and it's an 8-point with 2 in the first half and a couple of free throws for basket. Again, a transfer from
Players there are at the quote-unquote lower levels. Division II, NAIA, you can find crowd in a hurry, didn't he?
McNeely with another 3. He is 4 for 4.
It also gives the defense a chance to take it the other way.
McNeely, not this time, and it's down to Jope and knocked away by so far this year. He played 2 seconds in the game against Memphis. That was Sandiara. Actually, it was a very difficult shot. He caught it out beyond the arc and had to just
last couple minutes of the first half when Colorado gets the ball back. They got to drive it. Put UConn in a position to foul.
Boy, Stewart's played these 2 games with a lot of...
Good job by Noel to cut off that drive.
Malone will take a 3 and hit it. And he can do that. As Tad Boyle said, there's no 11-point play in their arsenal, in their playbook. Just stop and score, but they don't. That's 6'10", 268 from LaGrange, Indiana. And when he here with the Buffaloes, and he makes 2. He's got a nice touch. Still loose, and Colorado's got it. Yakimovsky to Ruffin, and fouled in the corner on it. This support is meant to bring a little relief and joy to Maui families during the holidays. If you're a big basketball fan and the name Ruffin sounds familiar, you may know his dad. Michael played it.
Michael Ruffin played with Shea Seals back at Tulsa.
Down to 4 seconds. Hammond in some trouble. The turnaround will not go. And Johnson is starting in the middle for UConn, and the first possession belongs to Colorado. And right away, a foul, a push. Get called for a foul. I think if Malone had gone up with that ball, there might have been a whistle. And Malone going right at Singari. And if you're keys for big stretches. Shot clock is at 2. I don't know if Diarra knows it. He does. And hits it. Knocked away, deflected by Hammond. Numbers now for the Buffaloes. Ruffin steps into a 3, and it goes. Even closer. Off the leg of Hammond. Caravan to Reed. Now Diarra. A clean look in his second 3. Connecticut a battle today. This game has been fairly close throughout. And a 3 for Hammond. They are shooting the 3 very well. Malone thought about it. Ruffin into Malone, who lays it in, and it's down with it. Baskin right back to Hammond. The turnaround goes, and it's a 2-point game. Bench, so maybe he's all right to come back in. We'll keep an eye on him. Meanwhile, bang, and they've been doing that for a while now.
Don't you think that's just a failure in coaching?
Game. Connecticut has led by as many as 11. That is their biggest lead, and there's another turn. Dak, double teamed. Extra pass, wide open Hammond. Colorado leads. They are playing some good basketball right now here in the second half, getting good looks. Tough driving layup there by Diarra. It's
out the drive, didn't let it turn the corner.
Sampson. Caravan with a weak side rebound, and he's fouled. Line again, hindered by foul trouble to a certain extent in the first half. He's just one player.
He's never really thrown a baseball much. Would you do a first pitch?
Athletic achievement. Here's Caravan. Diarra with a nice shot fake.
Oh, what a pass.
And Johnson with a slam. Smith the drive, lays it in to make it a... Here comes Diarra. Off to Johnson. Boy, Hassan Diarra. Huskies.
Oh, a great slip by Samson Johnson, and he got up. Whoa, what a finish.
Trevor Baskin. 4th. So he's back on the bench. Terrace Reed Jr. is in there with 3. That's Reed, and that's a lay-in. Nice play by both.
But it does take away some of your aggressiveness because you don't want to foul.
Malone, nice move, and he lays it in.
Double team. You can take your time and make your post move.
Starters were on the bench in foul trouble. And it was Reed and Stewart, both of whom came off. But Noel, the offensive rebound. Now he'll try a three. And Ronchik secure. Malone. Reed with 3 fouls defending him. Here's a good look for Smith. And he'll hit it, and Colorado is back.
Got to get into the gaps.
Ball from the corner, knocks down the shot.
And Elijah Malone. Let him touch the ball.
There it is, and the reverse will go, and it's time. Jope defending Caravan. Now the handoff for Ball. The lefty still going, and he draws the foul. This year, he came into this game averaging almost 13 points per game. And he hits both free throws. It's in transition. Hammond, nice look inside. And the foul on Ball, and Jope may be shaken up. Makes it a one.
Solid rebounders.
Banging with Reed. Tough shot, and it rolls off the rim, out of bounds to the Huskies. Pushing hard against UConn, giving the Huskies everything they can handle. McNeely makes it a 3-point game.
He's an NBA player.
Yakimovsky from the corner ties it up.
Went down, no call, but an excellent shot. He's had a really good game, Yakimovsky. And
you saw Malone coming out for Colorado. Reed coming out
before they get to the under 4 timeout.
Yakimovsky on the drive this time. And a foul called on Samson Johnson. Going to have some very, very tough games, but if they could pull off a win over a team like this early in. Ball for 3, and it goes. Another big shot for McNeely. Off to Ball. This time he'll drive, and it goes.
The exterior, the perimeter for Yakimovsky.
Now Malone gets the touch. One-on-one with Reed. The two big fellas going at it. And Malone couldn't hit it. Got a pretty clean look. Into Baskin. Got a height advantage on solo Ball. Got him in the air and finishes.
On the off him around.
Maybe he's coming out. He is. By Diarra. The spin. The follow. And the third try is good for.
Well, what a good matchup. McNeely on Yakimovsky.
Down to Malone. The double comes. And he scores anyways to make it a 1-point game. Skin comes up with the offensive rebound. Slipped. And did he call a timeout? Yes, a time. The game clock and the shot clock. Yakimovsky driving. Off balance, it goes.
What a big time drive by Andre Yakimovsky.
Diarra behind the arc, puts it up, no good. It's tipped, and the game is over. 2 in a big-time upset here in Lahaina. Colorado will play in the 5th place game. What a second half the Buffaloes put together.
They were just outstanding.